Yeah, this is my experience grinding out. Oh, he's got reach. My experience with Dying Light 2 on a PS5 is pretty much the same experience I had on a PS4. Yeah. Except for maybe it looks prettier. The game looks prettier overall, but it's still got issues, man. Still got issues. It's a real shame. I got a lot of flack with my videos, you know, saying that the reason why the game was in such poor condition was because I'm playing it on a PS4 and it's so much more stable on a PS5, and that is simply not the case. It has its moments. After all this time, it still has its moments that pull you out of this immersive experience, or at least lack of immersive experience, more like it. Um, One thing that still is a problem in this game that breaks it from me every time. Again, okay, it's it's a combat game, a melee combat game where you're constantly fighting against humans, and there's just zombies mixed in. And you can tell, like, whenever you're dealing with renegades or just general bandits, and all of a sudden, bandits and zombies both are coming at you, and they only, like, they're only attacking each other when they're getting in each other's way while they're coming after you. That breaks it for me every time. But anyway, yeah, I'm getting ready to uninstall Dying Light 2 because I feel like I got a working file now that I can use whenever I decide to come back to this game for whatever reason, curiosity, glutting for punishment. Because I'm getting ready to make way for Hogwarts Legacy that'll be coming out, and I can't help but notice like there's a lot of conversation going on uh, about, you know, from Xbox players. There's some texture load-ins there. You can see it's not as bad as it was on a PS4, but it's still there. Um, Xbox players and PC players are kind of lamenting over the fact that PlayStation players, such as myself, will be getting access to exclusive content for Hogwarts Legacy, and they're just not happy about that. You know, they want equal footing with the game. They want to experience everything their fellow players are experiencing, and they feel like they're being alienated to some degree, um, or they're being pushed out of certain experiences because they don't have a PlayStation. And to that, I say, you know, this is coming from the same group of people that are getting access to games like Starfield and Redfall, which is, you know, I mean, come what may, that's yeah, drop kicks sometimes don't work in this game. They work sometimes, it's not all the time, and it's always in a really inconvenient time when they're not working, right? So yeah, people are complaining that PlayStation players are going to be getting access to some content that they won't be, Xbox and PC players won't have. And again, as I said, these people are getting access to games that us lowly PlayStation players are not going to get to have. Well, I mean, we're not going to get to play that stuff, you know? Right? We're not going to get to play some of that stuff. But that's just the breaks, right? Now, my biggest problem uh, with that kind of beef is you can have a lot of things, right? But you can't have everything. Woo! I hear fire. No, 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 no. You know, sometimes you just you take what you can get, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of PlayStation players would have loved to gotten their hands on Halo at some point in time. Never got around to it because they kept buying PlayStations.
Wait a second.
Yeah, it's always been that way, right? What do we got here? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Serious? No way.
No way. All right, so we got two human enemies here. Let's check this out. Watch this. Watch this. All right, so here we go. See how the zombies and the humans. All right, now they're going to fight each other because they're getting in each other's way. Everything wants a piece of your booty, right? Does this feel like an authentic zombie apocalypse to you? Like, look at this. His friend's in trouble over here. His friend's in trouble over here. He's dying. And this guy, now he's dead. Where's the other guy? Like, these guys are supposed to be working together, right? But again, like, the game demands that zombies and humans both try to attack the player. In a very unrealistic way. Oh, he's running. He's running. He's running. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's next gen experience there, guys. Okay, good for you. Me too. Let's go. But yeah, like, but this thing with Starfield and Redfall, it looks like, according to an insider, neither one of those games is ready yet. It's not gonna be ready. And they're still in rough shape. It's been said that Starfield isn't in rougher shape than Redfall will be. And I guess it's now or never, according to this source, because they're kind of hinting that Microsoft is putting a lot of pressure on Xbox to get these titles out because they need to make money. They had an investment that didn't quite pan out, so they're hoping that owning Bethesda, you know, they can recover some of the lost revenue by squeezing their Xbox projects, such as Starfield and Redfall. And that's something, isn't it? Now, Todd has been working hard to recover his reputation, and now he's getting pressure from his new daddies, okay, to get his chores done. So that's gonna be something. I mean, I'm gonna hate to see that, right? You know, it would be nice to see Bethesda get a win in, but I don't think they're gonna get a win in. And it pains to see Redfall also suffering from something similar, you know, because I'm a huge Arcane Studios fan. I have loved them since Dishonored. I've loved the Dishonored series, and I thought Prey was a great game. It was really something. So not being able to play Redfall and supporting Arcane Studios it's going to be hard for me. But hey, you know, they had to go where Bethesda went, right? So I will be watching content on Redfall. I really hope it's as good as it looks, you know, because Arcane Studio deserves whatever success they get. I think they're a brilliant studio, and they're not afraid to take chances, right? Oh, I biffed it. So, but yeah, exclusive content for Hogwarts Legacy. The haters are still blowing up about the possible success of this video game due to J.K. Rowling's DNA being all over this game. And it's funny to me because, you know, some of these people who are foaming at the mouth over J.K. Rowling's stuff, you know, her personal views, some of these people have probably like cute little stuffed Cthulhus and tentacly monster stuffed animals and stuff in and around their desk because they're major fans of Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft. And I'm here to tell you, if he was alive today and he had a Twitter account, you'd be absolutely shocked at his personal opinions involving um, race and inferior peoples. Yes, he was definitely a man of his time, right? So, I mean, what does that really say in the long run about people like artists who create memorable art and their personal opinions about life and people in general? And the truth is, this is why we celebrate the art and not the artist, right? It's always been that way. It's always come down to, do you celebrate the art and the artist, or do you just celebrate the art? Mozart was another genius. He was an absolute genius. He was also a pompous ass. Okay. Yeah. And recently in history, right, I have a lot of respect for Whitney Houston as an R&B artist. She was an American icon. And as an individual, she was a terrible person. Like, there was a time, and like, she was at the Grammys, and she demanded that if they didn't cater to her, she was going to storm out. What did she wanted to be? Would she want to be catered over? There was a young girl who was wheelchair ridden. She couldn't walk, and she won a trip to the Grammys, and they wanted to put her in the front row because this was like her dream. And it just so happened they would be putting her right next to Whitney Houston, and Whitney Houston threw a fit because she did not want to be seen on camera with a cripple next to her. And that's the kind of person she was. Now, does that mean we don't celebrate Whitney Houston as an artist or her music? No. But that doesn't mean she was a good person. You have to remember that artists are just like you and me. They're people. They have their flaws. They have bad opinions. They have terrible taste in food. You know, they're just human beings. They're not divine. They have their flaws. They have opinions that you don't agree with. That they could be brilliant. That doesn't make them good people. Do I think J.K. Rowling is a terrible person because of her views? No, I don't. I think she has some typical views of a woman of her social status. And I also feel like some of it's, it comes down to, you have to remember that it's not her that's making this video game. There are people making this video game that put their heart and soul, and they want to tell a story in her universe. But it's a story that they created, that they want to share with you. And they want to tell it in that world that she made. Right? This is their story. It's not hers. And it looks like they're doing an amazing job creating this world, because they want you to share in this story, and they want you to add to that story. And that's what we should be focused on. Supporting developers that have something interesting and unique to share with us, right? So, but anyway, that's my 2 cents. It's been a while. Yeah, that was another one of those goons back there. I just completely walked past it. It's like, yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for now. You all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you on the flip side. Hopefully the next time we come back and do a video, we'll be looking at Hogwarts Legacy, won't we? Good or bad. All right. If it's good, we'll look at that. If it's not good, we will definitely be looking at that as well, right? So, not going to sugarcoat anything. Just because I'm really excited about the project doesn't mean I'm going to ignore glaring issues with it, right? So, I don't do that. Anyway, yeah. I will catch you all on the flip side.